Hey guys, it's Karina with Karina Loves to Plan. Welcome back to my channel. So here I am in my Hobonichi cousin, ready to show you guys my January spreads in both the monthly, the weekly, and the daily here. I'm really excited actually to show you because I can also talk through how I used kits, how I used stickers, but also how the system is working overall for me. Let's get started. So firstly, oh, I have this in here, but it's more than, well, I just got that in a Coffee Monsters co-order, and I do love the pens because I do have a pen that actually looks like that. But in terms of the setup for my Hobonichi cousin, it's pretty much stayed the same. The only thing is that I have taken the cover out from being in here. I just find writing on this versus on this is much better. And then I added a couple of Coffee Monsters Co. vinyls. And then I added a Coffee Monsters Co. bean card in here just as a reminder of, you know, self-care and mental health. And then I added this name script from According to Allie that she did for her whole PR team, as well as this K that was here before. So then going to the year at a glance. So what I've used this part for is a habit tracker. So I track my nighttime routine. So I'm making sure I'm flossing and washing my face, and then making sure I read 10 pages a day. I write down how many calories I've burned per day, which I get from my Fitbit. I track whether or not I've had 2 liters of water, no spend, and no spend counts as anything that's not necessary or essential. Like if it's groceries and things like that, then that doesn't count, but like planner stuff, coffee, when I could make coffee at home, stuff like that would go under the no spend. So basically if I haven't spent anything, then an X goes there. And then here are my daily step counts. And then under here I put in basically any important events that I need to think of that I haven't put into the monthly spread. And then I got a bit of ink on there, but that should be fine. And then flipping to the month of January, the monthly spread I use for any pre-planning of events, but I also use it as my overall social media planner. I basically write down IG and YouTube, so I know exactly what I'm posting for Instagram and how it coincides with what YouTube video that I'm posting. But also the W and the C kind of help me figure out in terms of when I'm taking pictures for Instagram, what has a white background, what has a color background, etc. And then I'm also writing down here which kits or which stickers I'm going to be using for that week. And what I've written here, which I didn't actually fill in yet, is what my YouTube revenue is, what my Amazon affiliate revenue is, and any other affiliate revenues. So then flipping to the monthly spreads, this Hobonichi cousin started on December 27th, so I was very happy to start it right off the bat. And I didn't use a kit for this. I actually went with very wintry stickers, and there were large winter doodles from the Coffee Monsters Co. that I used as the jumping off point for the spread. And then I used her winter, I guess winter neighborhood washi, and the Tombow dual brush pens that I used were kind of like a bluish purple and a pink, and I really love the way that this looks. I used the ink that I used for this particular week was Sailor Ink Studio 237. I love that pink so much I bought a whole bottle. So because this spread made me actually really nervous when I decorated it, but then as I began to actually use it, I knew that I was already familiar with the layout from using this in the Hemlock and Oak. So it was just easy, I guess, an easier transition than if I were going to a new layout altogether. So then for the week of January 3rd, I still didn't really have a kit that I was, oh no, did I have a kit? Yes, I did have a kit. Ugh. The kit that I used was the A New Chapter from Coffee Monsters Co. And it's hard to see that I actually used a kit in here, but this was from a kit, the to-do, some of the boxes. So really, it depends on which week. You can kind of tell what I've used kits for and what I haven't. And this is my first week back to work after having the week prior off, and it was just a crazy work week. And I did smudge a bit of the fountain pen, and the ink that I used was J. Herbin Café des Îles, which is a lovely brown color, but it is a bit dry in terms of the ink. Then the following week, January 10th through the 16th, I used my Winter Forest collection. So I used some of the circles from in here and some of the functional, and then used my own custom script, or not custom script, but my work script stickers, along with the work washi, the overworked washi from Coffee Monsters Co. And I think the ink that I used in here was Pilot Iroshizuku Shinkai, which is kind of a blue-black. It's got beautiful shading, and I love being able to use different inks every week and trying to get my inks to match with the spread. And I'm just looking back at this, and it looks cluttered and busy on here, and I don't know why. It looks, oh, I think what had happened was Henry wasn't feeling well and we didn't have any rapid tests, so I was afraid for him to go to wall climbing. I was also, because I was in such close contact with him, I didn't want to go and have a massage because I was starting not to feel well. So the whole weekend was a little bit crazy, but in the end, I love seeing this because to me, life isn't all picture perfect. So seeing it a little bit cluttered like this means that maybe the weekend was super busy, but it's all, like for me, planning is also memory planning. And that's what I love about this overall spread here. And then for January 17th through to the 23rd, I used the Aspen kit from Let's Plan. And this was really the first time I was using a, well, no, that's not true. I used the Starting a New Chapter kit, but this is the first Let's Plan It kit that I'm using in the Hobonichi. And this is also when I'm starting to discover what I actually use from the kit versus using the entire kit. So I know that I definitely use the washi and the weekend banner from the kit and some of the functional stickers. But really I don't use the full boxes in the weekly spread. I use the full boxes and the deco in the daily spreads. But this was basically when, like, Henry basically stayed home with me all week because he was not feeling well. See, there's a lot of snow this week, and you can tell I did not walk Lucy this week because Henry was at home with me, and it was also very cold. So definitely an up and down type of week. And then January 24th through the 30th, I used stickers from Together with KX, which is a shop local to me here in Edmonton, and I mixed it with the brown and the green from the Tombow Dual Brush Pens. And the ink that I used here is Colorverse, I believe it's PSC, the green, which I absolutely love, and I ended up being able to purchase a full bottle of that from Pen Chalet, and I'm still waiting for that to come in. But I love her stickers, basically, that I bought 3 different collections, I think it was, and I was able to use them throughout, and I love the colors of them. I love that there's a bit of a break from the blues and greens of winter. This may look a little bit fall inspired, but I do love the way that it looks overall. So those are the weekly spreads for January, and let's move over to the daily spreads. So the way that I use the main page, or not the main page, but the first page of the monthly spread, is I keep it as a what I've read, my habits, I still need to fill those out, what I have inked in my pens, and then I actually incorporated these calendar stickers from the Coffee Monsters Co. She has a link for these in her Facebook group, and I was able to resize them and put them on clear sticker paper and put them on that page, and I really like how that came out. So then the daily pages are really kind of a more detailed decoration, I guess, than the weekly spread, so I try to get them to match. So this was the week that I had the Starting a New Chapter kit from the Coffee Monsters Co., but then I added florals from the Happy Planner, birds from According to Allie, some more stickers from the Happy Planner. So it's really an opportunity for me to get really creative and use different inks as well. I know some people only like black inks, but since fountain pens, I love experimenting with inks. And then, oh, I love the blues in this. That blue ink I absolutely love because it is a blue-black, so it is a bit on the darker side. And then with my Winter Forest collection. And then I added actually this washi that didn't necessarily go with the spread, but I added that washi because it just came in the mail that day. And then here's where I started to add a couple of pictures to incorporate a bit more memory planning in here. And this ink, I think it's either Noodler's Lexington Gray, which looks really, really dark, or Noodler's Borealis Black. I think it's Lexington Gray. And then going back to Pilot Iroshizuku Shinkai, and this is using a lot of winter stickers from According to Ali, along with her alcohol ink. And then this was moving into the Aspen kit from Let's Plan It, and then I incorporated the pine trees from According to Ali, and I really love the combination of the blues and greens, and I loved using Colorverse PSC. That green is one of my favorite greens. I love the shading of that ink. And then Henry, and then the 2 negative tests, thank goodness. But then later on it turned out positive for me, but that's a whole other story. I love that I was able to split the weekend banner over Saturday and Sunday. That doesn't always happen, but I love that it turned out this way. And then I also have some ink swatches here of the inks that I bought on that day. I am really loving journaling in the Hobonichi Cousin. I love all of this space. I love the ability to decorate, but still have, you know, a more detailed to-do list and still journal. I absolutely love it. Then I had a sick day here. My to-do list was very minimal because I felt terrible. But the greens, I can't get over that green. I love that green. And then positive, very short journal entry. Very short journal entry. And then the Saturday was also a very short journal entry. So I don't pressure myself to make sure that everything is filled out, but I also think that's part of the memory planning aspect, that if it's not perfect, there's a reason for that, and it's okay to be able to go, you know what, I didn't fill out that whole page because I wasn't feeling well. It wasn't a great day for me. And then the last 2 pages, the 30th, the last, I guess, day of the week using Together with KX stickers, and then the 31st is where I start using the crystal kit from Let's Plan It. So those are my daily, weekly, and monthly pages in my Hobonichi Cousin. If you guys have any questions on anything you've seen here, please let me know. I am really loving how this planner is working out for me as a social media planner, my everyday planner. It's where I also track my food and my fitness, and it's also my journal. Everything is fitting in here, and I am loving this overall system. I am loving this overall system. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have yourselves a great day.